Hello everyone, it's Donella here, your international business coach and keynote speaker. We are going to be talking today about the law of priorities from John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. If you've been following along, it's a 21-day series because there's 21 laws. So every single day through our global pandemic, I am bringing to you some form of leadership training to kind of help you out a little bit. I'm hoping to be adding some value to you so that you can grow your business and do some really good stuff while you're stuck at home. I know it's difficult for all of us, but I'm hoping that in some way this helps you. So today is day 17. We have done 16 days and 16 laws out of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Today being day 17, it is the law of priorities. That's what we're going to be discussing today, the law of priorities. Now, I must admit, when I was reviewing my notes, this is what's good. Let me let me go back a little bit. This is what is good about these laws, because you can implement them always, no matter what shifts or changes we're going through in our lives in general as a whole. So when I read this before and I scribbled all my notes down, and I've taught this mastermind live in person multiple times. And as I reviewed it this morning, I thought how different it meant to me now, given our current situation. So meaning with our global pandemic and everything that we are dealing with, the law of priorities have a new meaning for me, okay? And I'm hoping that they have a new meaning for you too, and they will help you open your eyes to prioritize. Sorry, I'm trying to mute my cough. I have a cough again this morning. Good morning, Lynn. I almost didn't pay any attention that you were down there. I was off on a choking moment. Good morning. All right, so let's get started, okay? The law of priorities. What does that look like? Leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. Okay, so let's say that again. Leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. Leaders never advance to a point where they no longer need to prioritize. We are prioritizing all the time. And we know that in order to be a really good, strong leader with a solid foundation, prioritizing is key. It's absolutely essential that we learn how to prioritize, because otherwise we're just going to be a hot mess. All right, so don't forget to shout out and say good morning. I've got a couple of eyeballs on. Let me see who you are. All right, so let's get busy. Being busy does not mean you are achieving. Ask the question, what are you accomplishing, not what are you doing? I'm going to go into this in a little bit, but when we prioritize, we become less busy and more effective. When we don't prioritize, we're just, you could sit at your desk for hours at a day and then leave the desk and think, I really didn't get much done today, and you can't figure out why. It's because there's no priorities there. It's just confusion everywhere, and I've got all this stuff to do and I can't get it done. So prioritize. All right. So this is what all this means to you. Prioritizing requires leaders to continually think ahead and see how everything relates to the overall vision, right? We have to think ahead. What is a priority? So one of the things that we do, a lot of us coaches do, we'll ask you what your 1 year and your 5 year goal is in your business. In order to get to those goals more quickly, you've got to prioritize the activities to get you there. You have to, and that's everything. Every decision you make needs to be prioritized. Are you doing it to get you on track? Are you doing it for the right reasons? Is it going to be that squirrel that sends you off track? If you prioritize and you know what those priorities are that are going to get you forward to your goals and to that end result that we're all striving for, then, prioritizing is going to help you get there. All right, prioritizing causes us to do things that are the least comfortable and sometimes painful. It is so much easier to just do the stuff we feel like doing than prioritizing and doing things that we may not be in the mood to do right now, right? But does that behavior just keep you busy, or does that behavior move you forward? we want to move forward as leaders. We want to grow our businesses. And in order to do that, we have to prioritize. Today, I will get the right things done. Today, I will get the right things done. So what is it that you're doing today and every day that is correct for you to move forward to reach that vision and the mission that you have for your business? So there's something called a leader plumber. What this means is, are you a leader who waits for there to be a problem and then you fix it? You wait for a leak and then you fix it. As a good leader and you're a prioritizing leader, you prevent the problems from happening, or you see a problem coming and you fix it before it happens, right? You don't sit around and think, okay, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And then it breaks and you're like, oh, now I've got to not prioritize anymore. I've got to now stop everything that I'm doing and go fix this problem that I didn't pay attention to before it came a problem. All right, so there are 3 R's for priorities. 3 R's for priorities. So you might want to write these ones down, okay? The 3 R's: required. Number 1 is required. Yes, forward vision is incredibly important, Lynn. Thanks for saying that. All right, so required. What is required of me that nobody can or should do for me? What is required of me that nobody can or should do for me? Okay. Now, remember, we're talking about priorities. So if we can narrow down what is actually a priority and what isn't a priority, then we can get the stuff done, right? So what is required of you? Is it required of you that nobody can or should do for you? Okay. And number 2, return. What gives the greatest return? What am I doing that can be done at least 80% as well as someone else? Discover your strengths. There's 2 sides to this, all right? I say this quite often. So first of all, what can you do 80% or more better than other people? That would be a strength of yours. So that's something you want to hone into for your business and for your leadership. The other side of the 80% is if somebody can do something 80% or more as well as you can, let them do it and you move on to do something else. Because if somebody has the ability to do something for you that you can do and they can do it just as well or maybe better, then those things need to be delegated out. All right, number 3 is reward. What is the reward? Are you doing things that you love? Your passion will provide you with the fuel you need to keep you doing. Do you not neglect what you love? Make a list and then prioritize your time around that list. All right, so, some people say, oh, a list is a waste of time. But I kind of equate it to a shopping list in the food shop. If you go to the food shop without a list, you're going to be running up and down the aisles in multiple different directions. You'll be in the produce section, walk all the way to the other end of the shop to get something in the frozen section, and then forget you had something else in the produce section. So you're walking backwards and forwards, taking the long way. It's taking you 12 times as long. And then inevitably, what happens? You get all the way home and think, I forgot the butter, right? I forgot the margarine. Write a list. Keep yourself focused and keep yourself on track, because when you go to the shops with a list, the chances are you've saved yourself money because you're not going in there unfocused trying to buy things, or saying, oh, I'll have that and I'll have that, or maybe I should have that. And you're not wasting time because you know what your list looks like. And if you're anything like me, when I go to the grocery store with a shopping list, I prioritize them by sections of the shop. I imagine the grocery store in my head, and then I think, okay, the produce stuff I'm going to put on the list here, and then, maybe the milk and egg section, the meat section, and everything on my list is ordered by sections in the shop. So when I go to one section to get everything, I've got everything. I don't go to the other end of the shop, look at my list and think, oh, I forgot this, I've got to run back. Apply that to your list for your business. Prioritize everything, section everything off, do everything in a strategic order and in a strategic plan to help your business grow. All right, great leaders hold their goal to make each player succeed in unity with the other team's players to win. That is the law of priorities. Great leaders hold their goal to make each player succeed in unity with the other team players to win. That's the law of priorities. Don't forget to shout out and say hey and good morning if you are watching. All right, so as a leader, your calendar is going to be full. Everybody's going to want a piece of you, right? Everybody wants a piece of you. So before you know it, you wake up in the morning and you think, I've got anything to do today except the things I need to do. I don't have any clients. I don't have any, phone calls scheduled. I don't have any this. I don't have any that. I can get my admin done or whatever it is that you do. But that doesn't happen often because as a leader, people are like all over your calendar. The question is who is filling your calendar? Are you filling your calendar or are other people filling your calendar? So what I mean by that is if you don't fill your calendar yourself correctly, other people are going to take over your calendar. And before you know it, you're running around saying yes to everything and no to the things you should be saying no to, and not filling your calendar with things that are a priority for your business, right? All right, so I'm going to speak to this because it's the situation that we're in. This is just my opinion, and I'm just going to jump right on my little soapbox. I'm seeing a lot of people on social media complaining that they're bored and, playing loads of games and having lots of fun. The problem I have with seeing that on a regular basis is, we've been given an opportunity to be stuck at home with hours and hours and days and weeks to really hone in and focus on what it is we want to do for our businesses. And I see a lot of people sort of wasting that opportunity. And I say it's an opportunity because it's not often that we get this. And although it's because of a bad reason, we can still turn our mindset around and say, okay, I'm stuck at home. What can I do? How can I grow my business? What can I do? So, for myself, I am literally at my desk every morning by, 6:30 or 7 o'clock. And I'm here probably 7-8 hours a day. I don't leave my desk. And, I'm getting so much done and I'm learning so many things to implement into my business. And you guys are going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing some changes. And, I feel like for all of you that are struggling with your business and your businesses are closing, you don't have any money coming in, there are so many ways for you guys to grow your business right now and so many opportunities for you to learn things for free that you can implement. I want you to not waste that opportunity, okay? So that's my soapbox. All right, so tomorrow is chapter 18, law number 18, day number 18 for our 21-day series of the Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. Tomorrow's law is the law of sacrifice. The law of sacrifice. Are you willing to give up your rights for the sake of the people that you lead? And do you have destination disease? Destination disease. Do you feel you have arrived? So those are the things we're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about them in depth. And I'm hoping that you guys participate and watch and follow along. And if there's anything I could do for you, let me know. You've got my website, DonellaFields.com, and my name. Just type my name into any platform and it will come up. And if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. All right, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow morning between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thanks so much for your support and watching. If there's anything you need, let me know. Thank you. Bye.